Well, we are getting new details today about who knew what and when about the shooter at the Trump rally. It comes as the FBI and Secret Service are briefing members of Congress today on the assassination attempt. And as the Department of Homeland Security now says its Inspector General will investigate the Secret Service's security operation at Saturday's rally. NBC News Homeland Security correspondent Julia Ainsley joins me now. Julia, I know you have been nonstop working this story. What is the very latest on the investigation?
Well, the very latest is we're getting more details, Kristen, on what exactly the Secret Service knew leading up to those crucial moments on Saturday when he fired from the rooftop. One thing, we're learning that the Secret Service director misspoke when she said earlier this week that there were law enforcement agents, a sniper team from a local law enforcement agency inside the building where the shooter was on top of the roof. It turns out they were in a nearby building that was part of that complex. Does that raise questions then about whether or not there was a firm security plan if they're unsure about who was where? The other thing we're learning is that the Secret Service knew that the shooter had a rangefinder. That looks like a pair of binoculars that can be used, though, by snipers when they're trying to determine how far they may have to shoot. And he was seen with a rangefinder. A picture was taken of him before he got up on the roof, before Trump took the stage, by local police, and that was shared with the Secret Service, yet they still let Trump move forward. So some questions there about whether or not they could have broken protocol. Some, though, I've spoken to said that there was no indication at that point that he was armed. And look, there are suspicious people in crowds all the time who turn out to be harmless. So we're learning part of that. Also, we're hoping to get more details from this briefing. Right now, we know that the FBI and Secret Service have been briefing both sides of the Hill today virtually, and more details should be coming out of that soon. We want to get a clearer picture of the timeline. And the biggest question of all, Kristen, why wasn't that roof in the security perimeter of the Secret Service?
So many questions and just extraordinary developments, Julia. The fact that there were no authorities inside, the fact that they were able to get a picture of this guy and still let Trump move forward. What do we know about the DHS Inspector General's investigation? Obviously, everything that you're talking about here will be of interest to them. How long do these investigations typically last?
DHS Inspector General investigations can take months, if not more than a year in some cases. Other investigations may move more quickly. We understand that the House Oversight Committee has now subpoenaed testimony from the Secret Service director. There's an independent review board being launched by DHS and the White House to look into what happened. The DHS Inspector General, though, will have the ability to do a full discovery, get a lot of information, interview who they want to, as long as these people are still employees. They can compel their testimony and try to figure out why exactly these decisions were made leading up to the event, why they came up with the security plan. Were they short-staffed, under-resourced? Why was so much left to local law enforcement outside of what they determined to be the security perimeter? I will say, Kristen, as a journalist reporting this story, all of these investigations mean sometimes we don't get answers because the Secret Service can come to us and say, I can't answer that simple question for you. It's part of an ongoing investigation, and those investigations can take months.
Well, we know you'll be on top of it regardless. Julia Ainsley, thank you for that update. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.